Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Dogecoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with the all-time history for Dogecoin here, where we have a possibility for a 1 and then wave 2 here as an A, B, and a C running flat, where we saw, of course, a 5 waves towards the downside as diagonal, finishing wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. No intersection, of course, with the wave 1, meaning, of course, a full impulse towards the upside, finishing wave A or a wave 1 there, followed by another correction for a wave 2 or a wave B, and also another impulse towards the upside to finish a 1, 2, 3 here. And a wave 4 is still unfolding here as a sideways potential triangle A, B, C, D, and a E. Currently, we are still, of course, in a wave C here as a potential zigzag unfinished, and we still, of course, we might still looking for the one-to-one fib level here, taken from the A to the B, which is of course at 0.082 cents for Dogecoin before pushing for a wave D later on, and then finishing up as a wave E as well as this correction for wave 4. Now, based on the timing for this wave 2, it is of course a very understandable to get, of course, a very long time here for a wave 4. So if we take the fib time taken from this wave 2, and we get a wave 4 over wave 2, we can see, of course, a double time at least for wave 4 hitting over there. Now, in case that this is going to unfold kind of like WX and a Y without taking the low, can be a possibility. And then we start to see something towards the upside. But basically, I would say to let this confirmation of this invalidation of triangle as a confirmation for higher prices. We need, of course, to take this price as a confirmation. Meaning, if we have an A, B, C, and a wave D takes the high, because it's not allowed to take the high in a triangle, it should, of course, the wave D always be lower than the wave B, and then getting a wave E, and then pushing for higher. But if we push directly for higher from there, so it might be the signal, of course, for higher prices that it might start to unfold here for Dogecoin. You can also consider something special here in case, of course, that this happens and we see higher prices. Well, can be a possibility that you might get here kind of like 5 waves, but I doubt it, guys, because of course wave 5 is longer than the wave 3. Wave 3 is longer than wave 1, which give us of course expanding diagonal, which I don't like at all, right? So a very rare, and expanding diagonal, preferably to see a wave 5, something like that, yeah. And this did not happen. So a very likely to be, of course, in the triangle here as higher possibility rather than being in W, X, and a Y. Now, when we finish this correction on the lower time frame here for Dogecoin, basically for the lower time frame, we are currently, of course, after having a potential wave C there, right? So we're looking at the wave C starting from there within this triangle as a zigzag, right? ABC. Now, if this is a wave C, what are the possibilities exactly to finish a wave C there? So the first possibility is, of course, a 1, 2 here, and a wave 3, and this is your wave 4, and this is your wave 5. Now, the wave 5 can be truncated, can take the low, but we're still looking, of course, for the 1-to-1 fib level there. Now, in case that this 1-to-1 fib level will be taken, therefore you are looking here at a one and at a potential A, B, and a C, right, for a wave 1 there, and you have a wave 2 already given there, and you're looking for a wave 3 and 4 and a 5, meaning it's an ending diagonal with a very long wave 1 there, and you have a wave 2 given and wave 3 finished, and then 4 and a 5. Now, this wave 5 cannot be longer than wave 3, so I doubt that we're going to take, of course, this area. Can it take the low? Also, I doubt it, because it's going to be longer than the wave 3 again. So the things are not even impulsive here, because of course of the invalidation every single time within the overlapping there that we see for Dogecoin. So nothing is really clear impulse like without invalidation. So definitely it is a diagonal there. Now it can of course unfold something like longer or extended diagonal. Yes, can be possible, meaning it can be like 1, 2, and another wave 3 here. expanding, of course, as a potential impulse 3, and then having 4 again, and then wave 5 somehow to reach this area, but I still doubt it as well. I think that we're gonna get a truncation. Despite that, I think that we might take this low there. Yes, definitely we're gonna see more lower prices, and taking this low, and especially that you took the 886 there. Despite that, this looks like an impulse, but I still think that a weakness is still there, and we still, of course, take the low because of the 886, which reduce so much the possibility for something bullish yet. But if we take the low there and we start to see a signal of strength, well, that is a very nice signal that we can expect from Dogecoin there. And we might see, of course, something pushing for higher prices. Now, another possibility can be as well, rather than being in an impulse, what if we are in a zigzag wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and a wave 5 still to unfold toward the downside? In this case, this can be, of course, a one-to-one fib level. So this is the only case where you can consider an ending diagonal here, something like that, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to hit exactly the one-to-one fib level. By all means, yes, we might dive a little bit deeper more, preferably to take the low, finishing wave 3, pushing for wave 4, and then taking the wave 5 with a 1-to-1 fib level as expected on the macro level also. So this is also a very high possibility. Can be, of course, very likely that it might happen, especially that we are looking for this triangle to be kind of like finishing an ABC there, then pushing for wave D and a E, and starting a bull run after it. Yep, so this is regarding Dogecoin, the Elliott Wave. For further information here, we can check also the Dogecoin indicator for KGT here on the 1 minute chart if you want to see exactly what we have for the next move on the lower time frame. Well, I see a little bit of pressure here, definitely, of course, with the selling, as you mentioned, with the Elliott Wave. We already mentioned that there is a lot of pressure with the selling, and currently, okay, we got the first signal for buy, but you cannot make sure that this is gonna be something very strong unless we go a little bit in a higher time frame to see more information. So yeah, you need a divergence, guys. So yeah, here we go. So basically, as you can see, invalidation of bullish there. When the price takes the low of this signal, there is no divergence between the price and the CVD line, meaning it's a weak move, it's a weak signal as bullish there. And we still, of course, pushing potentially for lower, knowing that there are right now a kind of like double signals that it might unfold something a little bit higher. But again, nothing is in divergence yet. We need a really strong divergence to see something pushing for higher. So basically, I would say Dogecoin still looking for this low, as we mentioned on the lower time frame, especially that I don't see any kind of an impulsive wave. So that's true. Yeah. So the weakness that we saw, of course, on the indicator is very likely because of the 3 waves as well there. And we might, of course, drop one more low for Dogecoin there. Yep. So these are the possibility, but basically, I'm still looking for something to recover. Yeah. So my highest possibility here is the ending diagonal big one. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Meaning after one more low, we might, of course, recover a little bit higher for a wave 4 and then pushing for a wave 5 to hit finally the 1-to-1 fib level 0.082 cent for Dogecoin. Yep, so that was it for Dogecoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.